Alright, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to our journey over here in Elm Creek, where today we are starting off over here at the spinnery, which is actually quite a bit of a noisy factory. So yeah guys, we are here to pick up the fabric for Grandma. As you can see, we haven't been able to do that in the last episode, so it's definitely time for us to get this sorted and out of the way. So yeah, we are just gonna head back to Grandma's house and drop off the fabric, and then we've got a couple of jobs lined up for today. So first of all, we've got a gentleman who's got a farm not too far away from where we currently are. It's actually, I think it's Ben's neighbor if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, turns out the guy's got two fields that needs our attention. And first of all, it's going to be a sowing job. On the one field, I think we are going to be sowing some barley or maybe oats. I can't remember exactly now, but we'll see once we get there. And then also he's got a sunflower field that needs to be sprayed with some herbicide because he's got some pretty bad weeds growing on it. So yeah, that is one thing we are going to go and try and sort out today for that customer. And then the other job in question is a cultivating field. Well, a field that we need to cultivate, which is quite a bit of a decent sized field. So I think that is probably the same farmer we've been doing a whole lot of work for recently with the John Deere 7800. So yeah, we are definitely starting to get ourselves quite established in Elm Creek here by doing a little bit of contract work. And as for the last contract job that we did get our payment. And I can't exactly recall how much it was now, but you can probably do the math at the moment, seeing as we've got about $31,000 in our account. And I think, can't really recall how much we had at the last episode. I didn't really, didn't really have a look at it before starting recording this one for you guys. But alright, yes, we are just close to Grandma's house. It's just up ahead, and okay. Alright, that's a bit of a problem. It doesn't want to start again. Oh, come on, little Niva. Alright, well, this is not good. And we are sort of holding traffic up now. Oh my goodness, okay. Sorry, you're gonna have to maybe pass. We are literally just around the corner from Grandma's house, so this is a bit of a problem. Alright, well, how are we going to handle this? I guess I'll probably see if I can phone somebody who's going to be able to come and help us out. I wonder if Grandma's car will be able to tow this thing. So yeah, we luckily do have the winch on this. Alright guys, well, this is a bit of a bummer. Let me see if I can make a plan to see if we can get this thing home again. It's literally just around the corner. I doubt I'm going to be able to push this thing. Alrighty guys, so here we are. That was a bit of an unexpected thing to happen today. So yeah, turns out our little Niva just decided to break down on us. Now, I was actually hoping this thing was going to be a little bit more reliable for a bit longer. But yeah, it turns out it definitely didn't want to go anymore. So we ended up having to disconnect the trailer. And I had to come and take a walk around the corner to pick up Grandma's car so that we can bring the trailer with the fabric back here. So yeah, at least now Grandma can continue with her work. And I ended up pushing the Niva just around the corner. So I'm quickly going to go and see if Grandma is going to want all of this inside her little tailor shop. And then we're going to try and see what is going on with this Niva. I'm going to have a look around and see if it's something simple, but it sounded quite serious. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Because Nick is currently still busy with our Chevy C30. He hasn't got it up and running just yet. He's waiting for some parts. So it's a bit of a bummer now that our little Niva broke down on us. But okay. Alright guys, so let me quickly see if I can sort this all out. Just get Grandma's fabric in the backyard, and then we are going to see what else is going to happen today, because we still need to go and do a job. So I'm thinking now, I wonder if I should use the little quad bike. Yeah, I think that might be a solution to our problem. But alright, let me bring you guys back once we know exactly what's going on here, and once I have planned what I'm going to do today. Looks like I should have taken Grandma's car after all this morning, instead of using the little Niva. Alrighty guys, so there we go. So I have dropped off all of Grandma's fabric for her into the tailor shop, and she's quite happy, so that she got at least some fabric to carry on with now. So yeah, this is a bit of a situation now, guys, because we've got our little John Deere tractor over at Nick's workshop. He's busy fixing that up for us, getting the paint job done on it. And he's also still busy looking at our Chevy C30, which is obviously going to take a while for parts and stuff to come. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a vehicle to tow this thing over to Nick's with, because I doubt that the little quad bike or Grandma's car is going to be able to haul the trailer with the Niva on it. So, yeah, looks like the Niva is just going to have to stay where it is. But unfortunately, I still need to carry on with my work. So, I need to head over to this customer whose jobs we need to do. So, I think that's what we're going to do. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the biggest one, which is the cultivating job. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna just use our little trusty old quad bike, which is currently up for sale. And just, yeah, you know, gotta do what we gotta do. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our way over to this field in question. And then we will see if we can get the job sorted. And I might even go past David's place again and just see what else he's got. Maybe we can pick up something cheap. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a catch-22. I don't really want to spend too much money. I'm actually trying to save up a bit of money, because I really wanted to start having a look at buying my own piece of land soon. But yeah, sometimes you get these sticks that just go into your spokes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, looks like things aren't always working out the way we hope. But alright guys, I will catch up to you once we are close to our contracting job. And yes, I know I don't have a helmet, so we're just gonna have to take it nice and easy with the quad bike. Fortunately, this is quite a stable quad bike, so I think we'll be fine. Alright, so I think we are here. I just need to figure out how exactly I'm going to get to the field, because I see the tractor over there. So let's maybe pull off the grass onto the grass over here and just cut across the grass. I reckon that should be fine. Okay, there's a little trail over here. Alright, so we should have probably approached this field from the other side, but I think it's fine. We are here now, so yeah, so this is the tractor once again. This is the very same, I think, cultivator that we used the last time, and the very same John Deere 8400. Yeah, it's a 8400, not a 7400. Okay, so yeah, and this is our field, guys. So this is going to require a whole lot of cultivating, if you ask me. So I guess let's jump into the tractor and just get you guys into that drone footage again and see how it goes.
There's a new farmer in town, his name is Joe. Bought himself a piece of land with dreams to sow. He don't know all the tricks, but he's giving it a go. With heart and hope in his hand, he's ready to grow. Down at the hardware store, he's like a fish out of water, asking what he needs for the field's fodder. The old-timers grin, watching him learn. But Joe's got fire in his eyes and a will that burns. He's got a rusty old tractor, but he keeps it running, plowing fields at dawn till the day is done. The folks laugh and whisper he don't have a clue, but Joe just smiles, says, I'm doing this for you. Sun up to sundown, he's working the land, with tired eyes and calloused hands. Every furrow he plants, every bale he stacks, he's building a future and never looking back. Sometimes show. Keep your head up high, let the good seeds grow. He's got a rusty old tractor, but he keeps it running. Plowing fields at dawn till the day is done. The folks laugh and whisper, he don't have a clue. Joe just smiles, says, I'm doing this for you. Sometimes he's got doubts, sometimes he's feeling low. But the stars in the sky, they whisper soft and slow. Hard work's a virtue, the harvest will show. Keep your head up high, let the good seeds grow. He's got a rusty old tractor, but he keeps it running. Plowing fields at dawn till the day is done. And the folks laugh and whisper, he don't have a clue. But Joe just smiles, says, I'm doing this for you.
Alrighty, and there we go. That is a job done, guys. So I must be honest, this was quite a bit of a bigger field than I thought. But yeah, we got it done in the end, and I think we did a relatively good job at this cultivating over here. I'm definitely getting quite good at the cultivating jobs, if I have to say so myself. But alright, so now that this part of the job is done, guys, I think it's time for us to head over to David's place real quick. Just go and have a look at what he's got available, and yeah, maybe see if there's going to be something that's going to hopefully resolve our problem temporarily, once again, that we currently have with our little Niva truck being all broken down all of a sudden. So yeah, let's take a nice little ride with this lovely little quad bike of ours over there, and see what the man's got. So I'll catch up to you guys once we get there. Alrighty, and just like that, here we are over at David's place. It was actually not too far from where we were doing the job now. So I think we're just going to park it here under the tree as we usually do. And first of all, let's go and say hello to the man. And then we're going to take a walk around and see what other treasures he's got. Whoa, he's got a bunch of new stuff. Alright, so here we are. We are going to have a look around and see what David has got sitting in his yard. So, yeah, first of all, we still got this old animal trailer over here. And he's got a little go-kart over here, which is actually pretty cool looking, but not really something that I'm interested in. Now, this little skid steer over here, I did notice this thing previous times we were here, and I think this is actually something that will be very handy for us, maybe further down the line. So he's asking a total of 10,000 for this thing as it sits here, and I'm actually quite keen on getting it, but yeah, at the moment we don't really have a use for it, especially with the bucket, you know. Maybe if we could get a pallet fork for this thing, it would be great, because that way we can handle our pallets, especially the wool pallets, which are going to be a little bit heavier, maybe a little bit easier. So that is something that I'm, you know, just going to keep in the back of my mind. He said so far no interest in that thing yet, so yeah, I guess people are not really looking for skid steers, but they did pick up the front loader, or somebody picked up the front loader. He's still got this old Fiat tractor over here, guys. Now I'm thinking this thing is probably a whole lot more powerful than our John Deere, and David is trying to sell it with the cultivator over here, which is actually not a bad deal for the price of $17,000, which is also something that I'm quite keen on getting, but I don't know if it's really time for us to get a proper tractor yet, because I don't know which one to get first. Should we get the property first or the tractor first? So maybe it's something you guys can help me out with to decide whether we should invest in buying ourselves equipment first and then getting a piece of land, or should we rather just buy the piece of land first and then save up some more money until we got money for equipment? So yeah, it's a little bit of a tough decision, but yeah, looking at his yard, he's still got the old Fendt tractor here, which is it's a decently sized tractor. But yeah, this thing is a little bit way beyond our reach. It's I think he's asking 50,000 for this tractor, which is quite a bit of a it's quite a steep price at the moment. And then he's got 2 balers. So this one is a little square baler, which yeah, it might be handy if we got our own baler. I just don't know if our John Deere tractor is going to be able to manage something with this. It should be able to. And also this one over here, which is also a baler, but this is a round baler. It might be something I might be interested in. So yeah, he's looking for about 15,000 for this one, and I think that one is about 20,000, he said. So yeah, once again, not really something we're gonna be picking up today. So yeah, I don't see anything new over here. We've got the fertilizer spreader there, and then around the corner here, there's a couple of new things here. So he's got this little John Deere mower. Yeah, that's a little mowing machine, if we can call it that. And then he's got 2 of these John Deere skid steers. Or not a skid steer, what do they call these things again? I think it's called a side-by-side. Yeah, just like a little farm get-around vehicle. But yeah, I don't think it's really something we are looking for just yet. He's still got this seeder over here, which I think is something that might actually work on our John Deere tractor. Although I'm not too sure. Horsepower ratings and weight and stuff like that might be an issue. The bale shredder is still over there. And over here, yeah, he's got a couple more things. So this is a similar truck to the one we took over to Nick's place the other day. It's the International C200. But this one has definitely seen some more better days. You know, it looks like it's gonna need quite a lot of bodywork, almost similar to our Chevy C30. So buying another pickup truck is not really the best idea at the moment, I think. I don't know. So yeah, I don't really see anything that's really poking my interest at the moment. Yeah, it's not really... Yeah, I don't think that is something for us today. Then he's got this grain trailer over here. It's a 6-ton grain trailer. It's got some odd tires. Okay. And yeah, I don't think we really need something like this yet. I mean, it'll be nice to have one day. And then the forklift is still here with the bale wrapper. And then there's the... I don't know what this thing is. This is a GAZ, I think. I think that's what it says there. Or TAZ. Okay, no idea what it is. But this is also a grain truck. Which, once again, would be nice to have if we need it. But at the moment, we don't really need anything like this. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it, guys. So I don't think... yeah, we're going to be taking anything with us here today. So... yeah, well, I'll let you guys help me decide on the little tractor there. I'm thinking of getting the Fiat tractor, and I also noticed he's got 2 mowers over there. So, yeah, once again, I think those are both too big for our John Deere tractor. But yeah, it would be good if we wanted to get into, you know, maybe mowing grass for people. But yeah, it's a little bit of a long shot. So yeah, I think that is it, guys. We're gonna head over straight to our next job, which is going to be this neighbor of Ben's, and just go and see what this gentleman has got for us. So yeah, it's a sowing job and a spraying job. So let's go and see what this job is going to entail. And it's going to be quite a bit of a drive for us with this little quad bike, but it's what we got. So let's hit the road and make our way over there. Alright, so here we are. This is in fact the farm in question. And who would have guessed that there's another farm up here, up this little windy road. Alright, so I think we are going to park our quad bike right here in front of this guy's farmhouse. And just hop off our quad bike. And yeah, this truck actually looks familiar. Isn't this one of the rental trucks that the Clever Motors rental agency actually sold? It might actually be. But alright, well, quite interesting. And yeah, it is in fact a small world. Alright, well, let's knock on the door and see what this job is going to entail for us. Alrighty, so there we are, guys. So I had quite a bit of a long chat with the owner of, of the farm. So, yeah, it turns out we've got the keys to this versatile tractor over here. I don't know exactly what model this is, but it's a pretty nifty looking machine, and it's already got the sprayer with a front mounted tank attached to it. So that is what we're going to be starting with, is the spraying. And then we've got the seeder over here, which we're going to be using for the oats. So yeah, we are in fact sowing oats on the field. So the field we're going to be sowing the oats on is all the way back there. It's quite a big field, so I guess we'll do that one after we've done the spraying. So I'm hoping this is going to go quick. This sprayer apparently falls out quite huge, so we're going to have to try and see if we've got enough space back there first of all before unfolding it. But before we continue, I actually did have a quick word with the guy as well. His name is Barry, if I haven't mentioned that yet. So Barry is actually selling his old Chevy C10, or it's not a C10, it's an S10, yes. So he's asking only 20,000 for this thing, and I'm actually very interested in it, because you can just only gather that he upgraded to a bigger truck and now he's getting rid of the old one. And I wasn't particularly coming here and trying to see if we can find something to buy, but that might be something that I'll take off his hands. Because I think for the price of 20,000, it's a lot of money. But I think this thing is probably worth a little bit more than 20,000 if we got it cleaned up and maybe did a little service on it. So I don't know. I'll decide, guys, as I'm doing this work today. So yeah, first of all, let's maybe do the work first and then I'll decide. So I think our cultivating job that we did already is going to pay us quite a decent amount of money. So it might actually cover the pickup truck's purchase anyway. So I don't know, it's a bit of something I'm going to have to think about here. So I think first of all, let's hop into this tractor and just see if we can get ourselves familiar with it a bit. Versatile 175, okay. Alright, well, yet again a very modern little tractor indeed. It is looking pretty nifty. We'll fire it up and it's got built-in GPS and everything. So yeah, this is quite a fancy little nifty tractor. Alright, so let's head over to this sunflower field, and I've noticed this tractor is equipped with narrow tires, so it shouldn't damage the crop. We just gotta be a little bit careful obviously and not go too crazy. So let's make our way over to this sunflower field, and I'm gonna see if we unfold this thing how big it actually unfolds. So I think let's just play it rather safe than sorry. We're going to go somewhat to the middle of the field and just get this thing opened up real quick. So there's quite a couple of weeds in here, so we're going to be spraying some herbicide. Alright, let's start unfolding this thing and see how big it goes. Alright, let's maybe hop out so we can see this thing in action. Alright, yeah, that is whoa, that is massive, actually. Alright, so there's oh, wait, there's more. Okay, well, there we go. Alright, I think that is it. Yeah, good thing we've got a drone in the cab of the tractor so that we can actually see where we're going with this thing. So I'm going to see if I can get the GPS figured out and also open the app on my phone for the drone so that I can see what I'm doing. So I guess, yeah, as Grandpa always used to say, there's nothing to it but to do it. So let's get cracking. Alright, and there we go. That actually went a lot quicker than I thought. So, yeah, we've got all of the weeds sprayed with herbicide. And, yeah, these things are quite potent if you ask me. So, it looks like all of the weeds are definitely almost instantly killed by just spraying it with this stuff. So, it's quite potent if you ask me. But alright, now we need to go over to the farmyard and see if we can disconnect the sprayer and also the tank at the front, so that we can hook up to the sowing machine, or the seeder, that's what they call it, and just try and see if we can get this sowing job done as well. And that is not a very big seeder, so this might actually take a while. Alright, so I think let's maybe do the front tank first. We're gonna put it right over here. Let's lower it down and get it disconnected. Alright, nice and simple. And there we go. Now we just need to spin the tractor around. I think it's better to do it this way. Let's just go and disconnect the rear sprayer. Well, technically this is the sprayer. That is only like a substitute tank, or a secondary tank, or extended tank as they call it. Yeah, lots of names to call it. But okay, let's get this thing lowered down as well. And let me see if I can disconnect it. Alright, so that is nice and simple. So we've managed to get the sprayer and its tank disconnected. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect up to this front weight of the tractor. And then we're going to hook up to the seeder as well. So I think let's spin it around once again, because I think we should rather put the weight on before we do the seeder, in case the tractor wants to start doing a wheelie. Alright, let me hop out and get this thing hooked up here. Alright, looking pretty good, so we can probably lift it up again. Okay, because that is gonna maybe drag on the ground. Just make sure it's lifted up. Okay, looks like it's all the way up. Okay, let's get this seeder lined up next. Alrighty, take it nice and easy. Alright, pretty simple. Let's just see if I can get this thing hooked up now. Alright, and I think that is looking pretty good. So I think we are ready to start sowing the oats for this gentleman. And yeah, that'll be probably the last bit of work for today, guys. So yeah, let's get into the tractor and move over to the field and see how we are going to go about sowing this field. I haven't really got a very good idea of how big the field is, but it's obviously going to be a decent-ish size. It's not the smallest, it's not the biggest. I think it's just a nice little field. Yeah, it's a proper size field for a little bit of oats, you know. Alright, let me try and figure this seeder out, and once again set up the GPS, and then we're going to go straight back into the drone footage for you guys. So here we go.
Up before the rooster, boots already on. 20 acres waiting, work won't wait that long. Feed the hungry cattle, fix that broken gate. When there's work that needs doing, I don't hesitate. Ain't no task too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Tractor needs attention, belt's about to snap. Quick wrench turn and pivot, got no time to nap. Hay's ready for baling, storm clouds rolling in. Racing with the weather, betting that I'll win. Ain't no task too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. always told me, so here's what you need to know. A farm don't run on maybe, it runs on get up and go. So I learned to move like lightning, think quick on my feet, 'cause every day's a challenge, but giving up needs defeat. Fence line needs mending, Southfield needs to plow. Barn roof's got a leak, but I know just how. Sun's beating down hard, but I won't slow down. Got a reputation as the fastest hand in town. It's too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man.
Alrighty, so there we go, guys. That is job done. So we managed to sow that big field with this tiny little seeder. It actually took very long to do. So yeah, it was just one of those things that had to be done, and that was what we were supplied with once again. So I think we did pretty well. So now this guy told me that I just need to come and see him, and he's going to make the payment straight off the bat, and then I might ask him if he doesn't mind me taking the little Chevy S10 for a little bit of a test drive. You know, that's probably a good idea before just going ahead and buying the thing. So let's quickly get this sorted and see if we can have a look at that Chevy S10. Yeah, it's a S10, not a C10. Alright, and there we go. Just like that, we were paid for the 2 separate fields, and we've also got the keys to this old Chevy S10 that Barry is trying to get rid of, or not really, hasn't put it up for sale yet, because he only recently got his new GMC truck. So yeah, let's jump into this thing and try and see what we can figure out with this little truck. It sounds pretty good. Just not the best visibility on the cluster over there, but I guess it is what it is. Alright, so we are just going to take this thing for a little bit of a test drive, and I want to kind of test everything, because so far it looks like all of the vehicles that I actually test drive before buying them, it turns out to be a little bit better. So I didn't test drive the Niva, but I figured, well, it was so cheap, it didn't really matter too much. But yeah, $20,000 is a big difference to $800, so let's go ahead and see what this thing can do and how it runs. So far it doesn't feel too bad. It actually runs pretty well. It sounds pretty good. Brakes aren't too bad. We do have got a car behind us, so I think let's pull in here by the spinnery and just do a little bit of a U-turn. Alright, and go back the other way. So yeah, everything actually works pretty well. Brakes are good. You know, I'm just a little bit skeptical now that we had a breakdown earlier today, which is a bit of a problem. But alright, I think everything checks out pretty well with this little truck, and I think we should be able to tow the trailer with this as well. Although it's just going to be a temporary thing, and then we're going to also try and sell this truck on again. So I'm pretty sure Nick will also have a quick look around this thing for me if I do decide to buy it, if there's any issues or upcoming issues with it, which is something I didn't do with the Niva. I actually didn't worry too much because it was so cheap, you know, but spending a little bit more money like this on a truck, it might be worthwhile just, you know, maybe getting it checked out a bit. And the nice thing is we are here with the quad bike, so if I do manage to strike a decent deal here, we can actually throw the quad on the back and just head back home that way, which will be great. So let me see if I can maybe negotiate a little bit of a better deal on this truck, and hopefully we'll be taking it with us then. So I guess wish me luck. Alright guys, well, there we go. I did it again. I bought yet another vehicle, and hopefully this one is going to be a whole lot more reliable than the little Niva that we picked up. So I paid a total of $18,000 in at the end of the day after just managing to negotiate a bit. And as you can see, I've got the quad bike loaded up onto the little Chevy S10 as well. So we are ready to take this thing back to Grandma's house. And I actually think we did pretty well today. Now, we still need to get our payment for the contract that we did earlier, the cultivating job. So we're still waiting on that. But yeah, the footage needs to be reviewed first. So I need to send that over to them. And then I think we are going to be at least almost back on track to where we were, which is not a bad thing. So yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is when I get back to Grandma's house is just kick my feet up a bit and relax for the rest of the day. It's actually still quite early, but you know, that's just how these contracts go. They are actually pretty easy and pretty fast to do. It just obviously is a whole lot of work all of the sudden that you need to take care of, but I'm definitely down for it, and we are definitely making some decent money. And pretty soon here we are going to have enough money for either some of our own equipment or for our own piece of land, which I need your help with, guys. So do drop some comments down below if we should prioritize getting land or if we should prioritize getting equipment. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. But yeah, as I make my way back to Grandma's house, I think this is a good time for us to end today's episode. It's been quite adventurous, so if you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. I will appreciate it very much. And then also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I will also appreciate that very much. And that way you guys will know when the next episode is coming out. So then I will hopefully see you all in the next one. So yes, for now, it's cheerio.